kills. I think him versus Enable is
Sure.
going to be a big battle in the AR department. We talk about how good Enable and Zuma are with the AR, taking over that role from Clay. I'm excited to see these two teams go at it.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is one, I got to think, FaZe is probably favored the most here for this one for sure, but let's take a look here at the Ban Protect. We're going to see it is going to be the Shiva going first from Attach here.
Interesting. So taking that away from Fizzert. Fizzert, we've seen the last few weeks, does a good job using that Shiva. That's going to go out of his hands. And then going to see Legal get rid of the Vesper on the side of H2K. And then we're going to see a Man of War go from Enable. Very interesting to see where we're going with this. I know the guys on FaZe like to use the XR2. Do we see an M8 ban later in the game?
Well, do we see a Rapid Fire Protect to go with that? But no, Rapid Fire is going to go right away. Afterburner being pretty key on a map like this, which is very fast-paced, very heavy in the sub department. Do you think we see something where the subs are really
very
targeted?
Good with the M8.
Okay.
I think we may be seeing a play with the M8 at some point. I don't understand why you get rid of the Man of War and not get rid of the M8. So you see the Scythe go.
That's one of the first times I've seen the Scythe actually go, which you like to see Ban Protect evolve and the different choices players make, but I don't think the Scythe has that big of a role in this one.
So why get rid of the Man of War when the M8's still in play? It doesn't really make much sense to me. I mean, it's a more fast-paced map, right? You can do good things with the Man of War up close, in at range. I guess that would be really the only reason to go after that one. But now going into the Specialist draft, let's take a look, see what everybody's going to be running. You got Attach running Kinetic Armor. You got Legal running Active Camo. Fizzer's going to take Heat Wave. Enable, you already know what it is. He's going to have Heat Wave every single game, in every game mode. Maven, then you're going to see Fears. He's really good with the Annihilator. He's going to select it here.
All right, nothing too startling. I think the thing that shocked me the most probably when we're talking about Ban Protect was the Scythe. So we're not going to see it at all. It's going to mix things up a bit. I am surprised we don't really see a Purifier. We've seen the Purifier used quite a bit as a weapon in this particular map. That and Breach, we don't see that at all. Just one weapon coming in, which usually, I mean, Hardpoint, we've been seeing a bit more of a 2-2, usually Annihilator, Scythe. With Scythe gone, I guess I'm surprised that didn't lock up the Purifier for both teams.
Well, Zuma really likes running that Scythe, so they take it out of his hands. He's going to be forced to run the Annihilator. I would have liked to see the Purifier probably as well.
I've seen him use the Tempest very successfully as well.
So have I.
Which I still want to see it used more. We saw it come out, I think, last week a little bit. It wasn't really used effectively.
Use the Tempest.
I mean, think about a Hardpoint. Some of these small ones where you get one kill with it going in, it kind of blocks off a good segment. I mean, the range on it once it's on the ground, it's further than I think people realize.
Right.
I don't know the exact radius
It's
of it.
It's kind of like almost like Heat Wave. You don't realize how big the sphere is with Heat Wave. With the Tempest, it's pretty big.
There's been many times when I'm playing and I feel like I'm safe. I'm a good 5 feet away or so, and all of a sudden it just comes to me. I'm like, no, stop zapping me.
Well, the pro action's so fast, right? If you're able to kill one person in the hill and people got to get away from the guy rapidly, it's going to be difficult to do. But the Tempest, a little bit harder to shoot. I think.
It's got that delay. It's kind of like the PO6, right? It just has that little bit of delay before you're able to get the shot off. It's not that kind of immediate registration for the shot. Now, before we get started here for our final match of the night, we know it's been a long evening, lots of 5-game series, but I'd like to know for you guys on Twitter, let's talk about it. For this particular series, who do you have taking it? Do you have FaZe? Do you have H2K? I'd also like to know, maybe not part of the question, but how do you have this going? Does it come down to 5 games? Is it a 3-0, a 3-1? What do you guys think? Use the hashtag CWLPS4. Include myself, Matt, and
Let us
the COD
know.
World League. We'd love to know your thoughts.
Let us know.
I genuinely would love to know.
What do you think?
I apologize that we're so busy. I can't check Twitter until we're done.
You picked a Game 5 from every match. Do you still stand by that?
I have to at this point. I have to. I really think if there's potential for a 3-0, 3-1, it's for FaZe in this series, but calling a Game 5.
What needs to go right for H2K to force this one to the end? I think the S&D obviously has to go in their favor, and then the response phases look so dominant. They need something to go their way, whether it's in the hard point, the uplink.
This one, I feel like FaZe is favored in every game type. I mean, S&D obviously for H2K is the big one. I mean, they have to pull. That's probably their strongest game type. But how do they keep up with the slang? of Faze. I mean, Faze at one point, I think they had 3 out of the 5 overall KDs. When you were talking about globally, I think at one point it was 3 out of 5. Or 3 out of 5 for
3 out of 5 North America, not globally.
Which still, I mean,
FIDA and Buzzo in Australia are like swaying these KDs.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, when you talk about the KDs for these guys, really all that matters to them is DNA. And having 3 out of 5 for one side is absolutely insane stuff. But here we go. Let's kick it off with Zuma as he's zooming into the hard point here with the VMP. He'll be the first person to engage. He hits all his G-slides. He gets in quickly, able to disrupt early, get 1 kill, get 1 assist. High-flying action from Zuma early on.
Yeah, but you're going to see Fierce pick up 2, pick up a 3rd one, and now it's going to be H2K getting into that hard point. One thing from Faze, you are not going to see them slow down, maybe. You talk about aggression. This is a team that plays at such a fast pace that it disorients other teams. They're not used to playing that fast. So hard to keep up with them in the hard points.
Well, big start here early on from the side of H2K. They've got an early lead. They've got streaks going. You have a 3 streak for Lacefield, a 3 streak from Fizzer. Both of them starting off hot. You're going to see rotations start to come forward. It's going to be Lacefield's going to deal with early pressure coming in here towards the second hard point. The longer he can hold this off, the better. And you love this little stairwell here. It lets you kind of set up for the second hard point, but also still play a role in protecting the first.
Oh, yeah. He's going to actually go all the way to the back. He's going to know exactly where that player is playing for those spawns. That was Clayster. And should be, guys, oh, there's a lot of players actually flooding into the hard point for Faze. They're going to have pretty much one shot at this maybe, and then they got to push out the hill, and you see Legal pick up 1. Zuma trying to push out, and this is what you need to do if you're Faze. You want to control those back spawns. You got to keep pushing it out.
You got them to spawn out the third hard point.
They started to spawn out. They able to get Fears out of the back, so now you're going to see everybody spawn so much further for H2K. This should be one that Faze should be able to make up a lot of time.
Yeah, they really should here. You know where they're all coming from, all spawning by the next hard point. You want to try and, I guess, in the next couple of kills here, try to flip this to a degree. That's the side you're going to want to be pushing, obviously. You want to have control of that next hard point, but Zuma right now, he's on a 4 streak, 5 and 4. He's got a player right above him. He's got one flying from the front as well. He's going to end up dropping. And all they did, if you're H2K, they tried to disrupt, tried to contest, don't give up streaks. They're already set up nicely for the next hard point. I mean, they've got this pretty much locked down for the next push, right?
You would think so, and Clay is going to jump out, try and challenge 1. It's good help right there from Lacefield. Lacefield and Legal doing a good job making sure they're able to control us. And look at this low wall run. Oh, he's actually going to put shots, and he's going to fall off the map. It looks like that player is actually going to be picked up by Fizzer. So
kinetic armor, I would say you got to pop it here. You got 3 around the corner.
You got to pop it.
He's able to at least pick up 1, tag another. Is anyone there to clean it up? I want to go to Fizzer, who's 9 and 4. He's on a roll right now. Make it 10 and 4. He's got multiple players pushing him from low. He's going to be taken out. Let's go to the Faze side of things, as they're going to be trying to disrupt and push. Who is that? Zuma with the Annihilator. Can he make an impact? He got 1. There's a second. There's a third. They're all over the place. Can he hit them all? There's 2-man shootout. Wall banks 1. Tries to pick up another. He's going to get 3 before he drops.
That would have been sick of you to hit another one, but let's say I'm bored with Clay a little bit. Struggling right now, 2 and 9. Talked about how he's been running the submachine gun for this team. They're going to let Enable run that main AR. And it is going to be an adjustment against those top-tier teams. And I think once Clay gets used to playing at that pace, he'll be just fine. I mean, the guy is a veteran of Call of Duty, one of the best players. I think you can arguably say one of the best players of all time in Call of Duty.
I think you can easily say that. He certainly has been a difference maker for years and years, and will be for years to come. I love the camo pop there. You get 1, you pop it, you guarantee a second. By guarantee, I mean you don't get it at all.
There is no guarantee that one.
That should have been a kill. That should have been a kill.
Yeah,
Come on, those shots, that was suspect. That looked like Jack.
So Zuma having a pretty good game, but we usually see him running like a secondary AR for this Faze squad. You see Clay casually.
He's been doing both. I think I've seen him with a sub, with the M8 of it. Was that an Annihilator shot that flew over his head?
It might have been, but you see he's going to be playing in that water. The guy's on.
Is it Lacefield? Does Lacefield have one? Somebody. No. I swear to God, I saw an Annihilator shot.
No, I think you're just seeing things.
Could be.
Lacefield going to be playing down in the water as his team collects time. 20 seconds left on this hard point. Then we're going to go back towards the start of the hard point rotation. You see Faze trying to flood down through those mid stairs, and they're going to be able to kill all these players. Attach and Zoom are so difficult, Maven, when they get in your face and they start playing at that fast pace. And it's like not at the start of the game it really bothers you, but as the game goes on and you have to play a 10-minute game at such a fast pace, that's when it really starts to wear down on you.
It does, and it just feels like, especially when you start, I guess it kind of snowballs when they're getting the big kills, they're doing better and better, and it just feels like timing's like not on your side because they're always in your face. Every time you're turning a corner, every time you look away, these aggressive sub players are flying in on you. I feel like the frustrations just build and build. Look at the top right. 4 for Glacier, 4 streak for Enable, 5 streak for Zuma, 3 streak for Attach.
Yep.
That's silly. That's a combined,
this is what
16
Faze does.
streaks? Oh, God, they
We've seen Faze do this before. I mean, this is what they did during Advanced Warfare. There's just a point where everybody starts to heat up, and you just can't do anything about it. And we were wondering whether this can carry over into Black Ops 3, and it definitely has.
It absolutely has, and I was one of the people that was a little bit worried whether or not it was going to be able to happen, and I learned my lesson. I mean, these shooters, even though they're different, there's a new COD every year, they still rely on a lot of the same principles. It's a console FPS, a lot of the strategies carry over from game to game, and you see these same teams just learn, adapt, develop, and they're doing such an excellent job here early in Black Ops 3. You're going to see it's Glacier flying in, he hits the camo, able to grab one, and finally one going to drop. You saw Fears there rocking with the Annihilator for just a second. He was able to pick up a couple there.
But the hill going to go back into favor of Faze. I believe you saw Zuma coming in there, picking up a 3-piece. See Fears coming through the middle. Enable getting up top with that assault rifle. I feel like he's a player. I mean, we highlighted him last week before our Faze match, but he's a player I don't think we've even talked enough about.
Look at that, how quick he hit that heat wave.
He is so good at Black Ops 3. And I think, was he the one you would probably say, coming into this game, you were the most worried about how they would adjust?
Yeah, I feel like for whatever reason, there was some doubt about Formal and Enable coming into this game because they came into the game in Ghost. They played that Advanced Warfare. There's this, I guess, part of the community that feels like Black Ops 2, Treyarch titles have more strategy to them because you had streaks, because you had different elements to the game.
Which is fair,
No,
yeah.
no, it is. But I didn't have concern that they would be able to adapt, but I feel like there was a large percentage of players and community that might have thought that about those two guys. I think the questions were quelled pretty early.
Yeah, I think you can stop asking those questions now. I think two of the most talented players we have in all of Call of Duty, see Clay watching that bottom middle, still has a Hellstorm in his back pocket, and this is going to be a Faze team, and they're just dominating here in this first hard point. I mean, this is what you expect out of this team, though. I mean, outside of Optic Gaming and Envy, is there a team that can contend with Faze in hardpoint?
It doesn't seem like there is at all. That's the matchup I can't wait for. I think it's week 5 that it's going to be Optic Gaming going up against Faze, and that's going to be a real treat. Enable going to shoot Zuma directly in the back there.
Yeah, they're taking the long route, rotating towards this next hardpoint, but Enable with a heat wave. One player directly to his right. You see how fast and accurate he is with the AR. That's when you talk about why would you take Glacier off of a main AR role? It is because you have somebody who can do this.
He's just rolling on them. Like, he's just running around the map. I feel like he's running a giant circle here. He's picked up 5 in his route to do so. He's gotten his
this is a H2K team who
he's got full streaks with that. Yeah. Oh, unbelievable. He's crushing. 7 streak. 32 in 14 is Enable. Is he out of ammo with his main?
I don't know. He might be.
He's got the MR6 out. I was concerned he might be out.
It's a 6-7 spree, though, from Enable. And this is
on an absolute mission. And is it... Okay, so for those of you at home that may be Glacier fans, what we're saying, we're not trying to say that it's necessarily that Enable is better with the M8. That's not the case. It's just the fact that for this team, maybe Enable's just more comfortable with it. And Glacier is better at running the sub than Enable is. I still think Glacier is one of the best AR players in the game. I think he can still run the M8 as well as Enable, if not better. But for the team, though, as a cohesive unit, it works out better for this, right?
I mean, he's crushing. And there is absolutely zero reason to change up anything they're doing right now. As you see how Enable is playing with the AR.
The point I'm making is it's working.
You can go into the Banner Protect phase.
Well, if we talk about the two teams kind of struggling the most right now, I mean, I would say Team Caliber and Dream Team are both in that conversation. And Dream Team goes up against Optic. They go up against Optic this week. Oh.
Yeah, 2 tough weeks there.
Yeah, for Team Caliber and Optic. For Team Caliber and Dream Team, your matches tomorrow are scary, considering your recent struggles in Stage 1. All right, let's take a look here. Shiva, first to go. High Caliber and Vesper also going to come off. What were we discussing just a minute ago as far as fan protects for this? Thermal, okay. Oh, you were talking about nades. Do they potentially get attacked after seeing some of the stuff that Fizzerp and crew like to do with them? You see, it's going to be a smoke ban.
I mean,
well, did we even see H2K use smokes last time they played this map? I don't remember them using any at all. It was more just kind of set up so danger close, I think. Just using nades effectively. You still have concussions, you still have flashbangs, you still have both nades, you still have all specialists. You've got a lot of stuff to work with. Rapid fire also still in play.
Yes. something we potentially could see, and I think these two teams going to wait each other out. Nable's actually going to get rid of Rapid Fire. What does Lace feel like to do? So he's going to get rid of Afterburner.
Okay.
Prevents you from doing those lower tree runs, so to speak. Takes those away or makes them a little bit more difficult. So you're going to see Active Camo come out from Illegal. Definitely expect that from both sides. I think you expect a kinetic from both teams as well. It's probably going to be like attached.
Well, you ban nothing. Overdrive's still available. With Afterburner gone, Overdrive becomes much more effective, I think. So Overdrive should definitely come in for both teams. Kinetic for both teams. Then I would say, I'm going to guess Heatwave for both teams.
Yeah. Oh, Naval's going to run Heatwave. So Clay going to go with Overdrive. I think that will be the big difference, the Psychosis in the Overdrive for both teams. I think Attach, you probably see run Kinetic. Yep. I think you definitely see a Kinetic out of Lacefield.
Heatwave for Enable.
And what does Fizzerp elect to do? Probably...
I would guess
probably Kinetic.
Overdrive. It's got to be Overdrive or Kinetic for these guys. You would think Kinetic. It has to be Overdrive, right?
But you could run a Heatwave. Yep. There you go. Heatwave.
All right.
So the main two differences going to be Overdrive versus Psychosis.
We still have Overclock as well.
Yes.
So that might be.
I like Overdrive a lot more than Psychosis in this one.
Does Overclock? So Overclock's been so popular. Does it really get any play though in S&D where you need Blast Suppressor and potentially Dead Silence as well?
You still could potentially do it.
I mean, it's just become more and more used by like every player. I mean, you could use it. Well, no, never mind. What am I even saying? Afterburner's gone, so I don't think you're going to see. Oh, God, but you're playing against H2K, so flak is still very important.
And you didn't see any action with nades.
I would go Overclock, and I would go no flak on all my classes. I would do Perk 3 Greed for Dead Silence and Blast Suppressor.
I think you definitely need a flat class. I think you would be dumb to do
you
that.
You have a flat class, but I think predominantly, my main class is going to be Overdrive for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I think against a team like H2K, you gotta know they're coming with nades.
If it wasn't H2K,
you gotta know they're coming with nades.
I would 100%. Well, the bomb carrier is going to have flak, obviously.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a 50-50 split. Like for each team, 2 have Overdrive, 2 have Flak Jacket.
Yep. I think you'll see EMPs. I think you'll see. Well, I mean, you could potentially, if you're going to push towards B, you can get trophies down there. You can get at least 2.
Because you can get away without having flak by just having lots of trophies.
Unless they get EMP'd.
Sure.
I think what we saw last time, I believe.
That's how they counted. It was like 3 or 4 trophies, didn't it?
Yeah, but it was Lacefield in bottom lab. He would throw out the EMPs. Fizzer behind lab, throwing grenades over the building.
And
that's what we saw last time.
It was kind of 50-50 for them because I know 1 or 2 rounds it worked pretty effectively. 2 rounds they ended up getting steamrolled, I think, because they had so many trophies.
Yeah,
they were throwing trophies everywhere.
Right,
but there was actually a trophy suspended mid-air.
But you have to prepare for it when you know you're playing up against a team like H2K. Well, you've seen them have some success within the past. You have to prepare for that.
Well, I think they're going to have a class. I mean, obviously you'll have a flat class. I think Overdrive's still going to be with Afterburner gone. I think people are going to focus on it, especially. I'm trying to think if there's an ability. I mean, active camo, all of these you want to get it, obviously, as quickly as possible. Let's take a look here. We'll go through. I'm going to pick who we start with if you want to check that off the rip. I'd be curious just to know kind of how it splits down the line.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I mean, I think it's more of a thing we can talk about when Faze is on the offensive side. I think on defense, I don't really think you're going to see too many nades out of H2K.
Yeah, probably not. I agree with that. All right, well, getting ready to hop into Game 2. If you are just tuning in, just give you a quick recap on how the night has played out.
Game 5's everywhere.
Rise Nation in Game 5 took it. Optic took it in Game 5. Elevate also taking it in Game 5. Are we going to have a 4th and final Game 5? I have a feeling that FaZe is just ready to 3-0 this, be done with it. It's getting late. They want to close it out. But going to go over to the offense.
Clay is running no Dead Silence with Overclock, Blast Suppressor, Tac Mask. You got flak on. You got flak on attach.
Zuma, what did you just do?
You have.
He went mid map and just. There's going to be 3 here. He might clean up. He keeps firing. So they must have stacked mid here for the side of H2K, and Zuma came in and said, "Not in my house."
You have flak on 3 of the 4 for FaZe. But this is the side you would want.
This is why, because they just tossed a nade in. He had there was a trophy there as well, so that did nothing. But that you saw kind of Fizzerp's nade that he likes to throw. Unfortunately, not going to be super effective in a 1v4 with trophies everywhere, plus flak on most of the players. So Clay was the only one running Overdrive on offense. We'll have to check on defense here. I'm kind of surprised to see Mask instead of Dead Silence, but I guess when you still have concussions and flashbangs available. All right, check if you can. Here, let's see. So we've got Overclock on Legal, Flak, Lacefield, Flak on Fears, and Flak on Fizzers. Yeah, it looks like 3 out of 4. They're just running overclock on one player. I thought it would be more of like a 2-2.
No, I for Search and Destroy, I didn't expect that at all. And gonna have Lacefield try and get up into this window position. They know Attach's playing up there with a sniper rifle, and just gotta wait now, as they absolutely know where he is. And Lacefield's gonna get lost a little bit. Does he elect to just push straight through? I believe you have one player going to be watching that. There's one player watching the way long flank for H2K. Look at that arrow all the way on that right hand.
Well, we saw PLFire do something similar. It actually worked out okay for him.
Did Clay get on bomb?
Finally going to pick up one mid-map. Let's check Clay right away. He's sticking it. He's about halfway. There's a player going to challenge him. He should be dead in just a second here. I thought I saw someone lunging out at him, but he's just going to get the defuse.
And he's going to get away. He's got overdrive already.
How we do it. Get ready for the
next round. My. How? I swear we saw in the X-ray a player was about to peek him.
I don't think so. I think that was actually an opposing.
No, it was. Yeah, no, it was an opposing player at that top rock. So he sticks this. He's right there.
Yeah, but there's a player directly in front of Clay as well.
It was hard to see kind of with the bomb there.
Yeah, no, it was attached directly in front of Clay.
Okay. Because I saw with the X-ray, it looks like he was about to get peeked. All right, so let's go to Clay right away. I mean, does he opt to use this, catch them off guard completely? Yep, that's the play. Don't bump into your teammates here, big guy.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, he should fly right off the rock here, fly right over the site, and if there's anyone there, I mean, he's going to catch them off guard completely. So he's already in the corner. The question, though, is Fizzerp going to catch him with a nade right away? He's going to wait on it, so Clayster will check his car. That's going to be taken out. Fizzerp's going to know someone's there, and here they come. It looks like he first.
So they're going to stun over.
He's going to toss the stun. Now here come both the nades. Let's see if he can connect with either of these. They're going to fly in. Nobody home.
Nope. He's going to weaken one, but after a while for H2K, do you have to just kind of stop going towards this strategy? I mean, now you've just given up the B site completely. You have nobody down, and now you're going to have to just kind of force these gunfights on the bomb. And see, look at this.
Well,
Clay just
Clay, it's the third. Clayster going huge. Nobody wants to check the corner on the right, even though that's a common spot here. One's like, no,
I love that he just waited.
Oh, did you check it or you didn't check it? Wait, are you going to check it?
Oh. Great play by Clay.
Just being patient, waiting for another to come across. I love that. Because, you know, if you shoot at that first player, you're going to get caught by the second
usually. Yeah, there's two more coming through. You would have died to one of those guys.
And that's something where I guess you kind of expect the first person out to check that. Or
Clay's got his dart.
Just poor communication.
Start off with Clay.
Oh,
6-0, yeah.
Definitely. You got to stay with him.
Does he use the dart here? This is one of the harder maps to fly the dart, by the way.
Oh, I trust Clay. He's a trustworthy pilot. He actually, I think right now is trying to decide the very same thing.
Yeah.
Does he want to
you
use
got
it
two
or not?
players swimming through the water on H2K. You actually see them via X-ray and get attached. He's going to be watching.
Clayster's going to the back. He's setting up to do it.
Yeah. Now, let's see the route that he likes to take. So he's going to throw this one pretty high.
Watch out for the trees. They're dangerous. Oh, look at this. Line them up through the trees. Get the flak, unfortunately. Trying to come through. That would have been awesome, man. If he picks up both of them through the trees, that would have been insane. Did Attach see the tip of his skull? I don't believe he did. There's going to come the plant. I'm going to highlight Enable because he's on the long flank, but there's a player ready for that. Who's waiting?
Yeah, it's going to be Fears in the water.
So Fears, this is bad for Enable, I think. I don't think he's going to be at all prepared for this. Nope. He's going to be taken out. It's going to be Attached by himself now. He's got just people everywhere. Red dots all over the place. Attach, what are you going to do, buddy? You're 1-0. You haven't died yet. You might as well make a last stand here.
Or is he just going to try and play for a kill here? Potentially try and work closer towards those streaks.
Well, sorry about your luck.
Yep. Well, I mean, they come and kill him. It's better than the bomb blowing up.
Well, you know,
we saw earlier.
Well, Replays making that play. I mean, that gave, I think it was Facento full streaks. That gave him everything from that. So, yeah, certainly not something you want to have happen. You know, you think he would have probably jumped off the map or started to move there with a somewhere under 10 seconds left. Make sure he can get out of dodge. But 3-1 lead for Faze. Clayster has been crushing thus far. We haven't really seen the dart used very successfully lately.
No,
and that's
I think players start to go away from the dart.
They both become more effective or less effective when you have so many people. Okay, this is the same thing happened last time. They all try to charge middle, and Zuma just crushes everyone mid-map. He might get a second. No, that's legal, going big. But all of his teammates going to be taken out. When are they going to stop challenging middle? You've given the first blood to Zuma on both offensive rounds because he just cruises to that bunker and able to pick up a couple. Now, Fears, you're in a 1v2. Bomb just got planted. Can you make it a 1v1? He does. He's tagged up. The players opt to challenge, and that's Attach. Just waiting there, using the cover of the bomb, winning that gunfight. You know, Fears, do you wait to get your health back there maybe? Did you think you could catch him off guard? What was going through Fears' mind, you think?
Well, I think he probably thought that Attach wasn't going to think he was going to just... I mean, I probably thought that Fears wasn't going to jump out and challenge right away. And I think Fears, knowing that Attach, probably thought he was going to come through lab or something like that. No, Attach doing a nice job, though, being aware. Guy so good at search and destroy.
Especially 1v1s, you know.
Yeah, was able to just kind of call Fears' bluff there.
All right, well, let's see. Looks like aggressive early. Zuma's just flying up mid. Did anyone see him get through? He's about to wreak absolute havoc here on the flank. This is going to be so bad. There's one. There's two. Does he pop camo and get three? Why don't you?
No, there's no reason to.
I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
Yeah.
And
Legal, the guy who's watching the flank, doesn't pick up anybody.
Well, that wasn't even a flank.
No,
as
that
much
was
as
straight up through the middle.
Yes, and that's what happened to Rise several times. Very similar plays to that. Just sprinted up the middle, sprinted up through bunker, and caught them off guard. You have to keep eyes on mid because the defensive side of things can hit it so quickly. Oh, God, is this going to work out perfectly for Legal? Now, what does he have? Does he have Blast Suppressor? He doesn't. So did he ping anything? I believe he did.
Yes, they know exactly where he is now. And Zuma just on the hunt. Going to be able to take him out. Faze trying to put them away here in game number 2.
As soon as I heard that little boost go off, I was like, I think we're going to see them turning. And yep, you do see them come around. And that's the danger of having, you know, dead silence and no Blast Suppressor. And in a game like this where you don't see concussions or flashes banned, you really have a difficult choice between Tac Mask, Blast Suppressor, and dead silence.
If Faze has a ton of stuff to put this away, man, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they got, well, just Zuma with camo. I thought they were close.
Clayster's about to overdrive
Clay has overdrive yet again. So in 7 rounds, he's gotten it twice. Granted, he's going off 7-2, but...
And he's going to get there pretty quickly again. There's a player who's right. I don't think he's ready for the right. He calls out the car, able to get that. Nice job backing down and good use. Able to push him back. I'm not sure if that was a concussion or a flashbang, but good job pushing them back there. But now they've all rotated over. They know the push is coming from A, or coming towards B. Who is able to come up clutch here? Illegal's going to get the first blood. I think I saw a sniper mid. Who is that? I believe it was Fizzer. Had a sniper on his back for a second, but Glaciers waiting here patiently. They're all focused on him. Attach is able to snag one as well. He catches one moving across the map. Accurate shot there with the BMP. Gets a second, goes prone, flies middle, and Enable able to grab another 6-1 going to Faze. And that's what I was worried about. I just don't see this team slowing down, man. They've been firing on all cylinders week in and week out. They're getting along. They like playing with each other. Like, any questions I had about this team are just gone. They eat popcorn while I cast.
That's not possible, but Clay going to get rid of the Shiva there. The first ban, and that match is going to be... Ooh.
Cannot wait. Yeah. Shiva gone, Vesper gone, the 2 most common bans when it comes to AR and SMG.
We see Overdrive gone in this one? I definitely think we see Overdrive gone.
Yeah, Overdrive, probably Overclock as well. Not Overkill. We'll save one of the overs.
I see Rapid Fire go. I expect to see High Caliber as well.
High Caliber will go. I don't think concussions or flashbangs will make it into this one.
You never know. Let's see. Zuma gets rid of High Caliber. Fully expected that.
Yeah, these guys kind of almost mirroring each other when it comes to what they're taking out right now.
Afterburner gone, so that is a big one. We saw that.
Wait, last time
we saw that come in to play earlier in one of our series where Afterburner was gone.
Did FaZe ban that the first time, or was it H2K?
What do you mean?
They banned it in last game.
I meant in a previous.
No, but who banned it last map?
Oh, I was not sure who banned it in the last map, but
I thought it was FaZe, but I could be wrong. Oh, there goes Overdrive. You mentioned that would probably be gone.
Yep.
So we still have both tacticals. Usually ones we'll see come out in uplink. They can obviously slow things down big time, but Overclock's still in it. Heatwave we've seen get banned a couple times.
Active camos available as well, so that's something we see kind of go. No reasonable amount of uplink games. Very hard to kind of catch that guy in midair, and this is going right down the wire. And you have Attach, get rid of camo, and you're going to have Vizor get rid of the L-car. So stuns and flashes both make it into this. I fully expect a Heatwave, a Kinetic, and then at this point, you might as well run a Scythe, right?
Heatwave, Kinetic, Scythe, with camo gone, Overdrive gone.
You might as well run an Annihilator at that point.
Heatwave, Psychosis, maybe Annihilator.
Yep, so you're going to have Psychosis come out of Clay. Zuma's going to run a Scythe. Yep, 100%. I would expect Fears run an Annihilator. Yep, Enable's going to go Heatwave. What does Legal elect to do? That's interesting. See what him and Fizz
we
are
still have a
going
Scythe.
to do
yeah, I
here
was
at
going
the
to
end,
say, Fear's Legal,
okay, so,
Scythe Annihilator. That makes sense.
And then attach, does he go Annihilator? Nope, Kinetic. Oh, that makes sense. I completely just
Forgot the Kinetic. Yeah. Kinetic's the one you assume is going to go. I pretty much picked in every single game here.
So Clay with Psychosis, it's really Psychosis versus Annihilator. In this one, you might as well take the gun. In the case of Psychosis versus Annihilator,
Sure.
I feel like you can make. I feel like you have a better chance. You'll get Psychosis more by fitting game with Annihilator.
Okay.
Than a Psychosis, at least in my opinion.
I could certainly see that. I mean, if you hit your shots, that's
right.
For sure. Psychosis, I guess, yeah, I know we talk about its uses. I don't know, maybe pushing down tracks, it can be helpful because you kind of know they're going to be going in a straight line there to help you out. Flying into score, I don't know. Psychosis is so hit or miss with me.
I think Psychosis would be better attacking towards, like if you're running the drone towards Grandma's, it's a little bit of an opener area. You're able to get those clones out a little bit further. I think attacking through Barn, it's a lot harder to
maybe if you're on the opposite, like bridge side of Barn, and you kind of have that narrow pathway, and so you kind of shoot them out there, so they're kind of going all over the place on the side of Barn.
Maybe. I feel like you're better off having an Annihilator on that side to try and trap people down back alley or something along those lines. I think I would rather have the Annihilator.
You don't want to throw your clones at them back alley?
Nope. Nope.
Like,
not gonna do
anything.
guys,
I'm back there. These are my clones.
Not going to do anything. What players are you looking out for in this one?
For the most part, I'm going to be looking out for Attach, because I think this is a map where it's very AR heavy because of the range, but being able to get inside a barn, get near Grandma's and wreak havoc with the sub is important, so I'm going to go with Attach. On the other side, Lacefield, because I think he'll kind of be the Attach of H2K to a degree, being up close, personal, playing with that sub. Because I know ARs are the ones that really open up the lanes for them to get close, but what really wreaks the most havoc, especially when you're pushing towards Barn, is once you get that player inside a Barn with like a sub or something.
I'm actually looking at whoever's going to be running that third AR probably for H2K, because you'll definitely have Fears running it, and I think Lacefield will probably have the. Well, you can probably narrow it down. Illegal and Fizz are both going to be running assault rifles, and then how Clay goes with the assault rifle. I expect 3-in-1 setups from both sides. So how those guys adjust from playing with SMGs in games 1 and 2 to now running an AR.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason I'm focused on the sub players, because you don't really need you don't need to run 2.
No,
definitely don't need to run 3.
No.
It's going to be very, very AR heavy, and we've talked about how hard it can be to be an effective sub, especially in AR dominant maps. I think it's going to simply come down to Lacefield or Attach. The guy whose ARs are kind of controlling the pace, I think those guys are going to have a really, really big game in this. If their ARs are losing those fights, it's going to be a very, very frustrating game.
Oh, without a doubt. So take a look through all the players running these weapons. Let's see. You got Legal with an AR, you got Lacefield with an SMG, and then you got ARs on Fizzerp and Fears as well. And then you're going to have Clay running an AR with Enable and Zuma. So for me, I think you get a stronger ARs outside of your primary ones from Faze with Zuma and
Attach
Clay.
has the entire team focused on him in the small room right now, it seems like. Yeah, Lacefield, you saw him pop up. He is going to be running the sub, and now he's starting to get forward. There's one player up top. That's 4 down now for the side of Faze. Thankfully for them, they had all their deaths kind of came pushing Barn, so not a lot of pressure coming through mid-map, but now they're going to be pushing tracks. Legal, Fierce, the duo. The two rocking the weapons right now. Can they push forward, apply some pressure here? Going to try and switch between these two guys as they're trying to get forward, and I think I saw him get flashed because, yeah, he does not have tac mask on. So that's going to be tough because he's going to be trying to get in those aggressive spots. That's going to be 4 down here for the side of H2K. He's going to be trying to get aggressive, play towards the base of Faze, but when they spawn, they can just hit him with stuns and flashes, really make it very difficult.
Yeah, and I don't think they have any idea that Clay is this far pushed up on the map. You see they're going to try and push out towards tracks, and Clay is going to pick up one from behind. He's going to drop, and now players start to turn, but it does not matter. H2K able to pick up some kills here, and Zuma has to be careful. Nose player's probably trailing. He's going to lose that gunfight to Legal, and this should be a 2-point play here out of Fizzerp. He's barely going to be able to put it in, but H2K getting on the board first.
And this is the second time I've seen Legal push up to this spot and just be flashed or stunned. It's going to be such an irritating time for him. I think he might have to switch to tack at some point. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for him to impact. Now, Lacefield just kind of wrapping back. Yeah, I assumed that was going to be a toss-out at some point. Took his time there. Who's got control of mid, though, is the question. Let's take a look.
Yeah, but they gave up a lot of map control, and you see the Psychosis come out over towards tracks. That's going to be 2 dead. in favor of Faze. Make it 3 dead, and you see players coming off of spawn. Faze gets all 4 down.
Back alley,
when they bring the drone that far back, Maven actually gave all of map control to Faze, and they're going to put a 2-point play on the board for themselves.
And the trap is on right now.
Yeah, they have them locked down. Now you're going to see where all the
mask,
tacticals come in, though. Yep.
I feel like the people that are going to be playing that role with an AR, they're going to be aggressive and be trying to set up in the back and spawn kill, have to have tac mask on. Because each time we've seen the players spawn from either team, just toss flashbangs towards that spawn trap, and it's just such an easy kill. Once you know you connected on it, I mean, it's the easiest kill. Like, look at this. Attached trying to get up close and personal. He's just, everyone is going back and forth right now.
Yeah, stunned and flashed, and you see the drone start to go down tracks, and look at this. There's going to be 3 players for Faze leading the way. There's actually 1 player over by small door. He's actually not going to be able to make anything happen, and attach.
And you have to, everyone needs tac mask on right now.
At this point, you definitely need to adjust, put tac mask on it. Drone actually going to go into the hands of Zuma, and he's going to try and bring this one towards the mid.
Yeah, see that? There's a tac
Zuma
mask.
has tac
Zuma's
mask,
ready.
so he's going to just try and wait, get near a teammate. You can try and help him, but it does not matter. All the kills in the kill feed going in favor of H2K.
Tac mask does not help with bullets.
No. H2K able to win all those gunfights, and they're going to bring this one down towards tracks. They have no idea Attach is there. He's going to be able to pick up 1.
The shots.
Missing some shots on the second.
That heat wave just connect with him from there.
It did.
Lord almighty, the range on that thing.
And he's still not able to pick up this kill. Where is he shooting?
All right, Attach. Let's. He's 10-5 too, so he's been doing something right. But your gun, buddy, looking a wee bit off there.
Yeah, and H2K should be able to punch in a 2-point play here. I mean, Veer's going to be able to get that drone, bring it in for a score, and it just took a lot longer than expected, but they're able to put it in. And nope, even if they got spawn trap for a little bit, still doing a nice job in the first half here against Faze.
All right, well, here we go. 60 seconds in the first half. H2K, another dunk. Fears and Legal have been wreaking havoc really at front. Grandma's putting the hurting on Faze right now. And this is the map I guess I most likely, probably uplink, I think I would favor them the most, right, for Faze? That's one you think they would roll, but it's about to be 8-2. And Legal, he's just taking his sweet time, waiting for them to set up potentially mid-map. Good thing he got that through because he dropped basically right after. Now it's Fears. Back off spawn.
And he picks up 2 with Annihilator. That's huge. I mean, if he doesn't pick up those 2, Faze gets drone control. They're probably able to get at least another 1 on the board, and
they still
actually
might
result in that way anyway. But
well,
Fly gets around the corner, does not have tac either, and see the nades coming in. His teammate's going to have to win some gunfights. Lacefield's going to win one up against Zuma.
Good to me. Nice toss
throw
there
by Clay.
Yep, able to sink that through. Lined it up perfectly. No one able to come up with the interception. 8 seconds left on the clock. Can anyone get a grab, potentially toss one over? I don't think that will be the case.
On it.
He's just playing
very close.
Safe.
No.
Okay, making sure no tosses come in. So we thought maybe a 3-0 here for Faze. So far, H2K looking strong, staying alive. 5-point advantage right now over Faze. And I want to say maybe tacticals were the difference, but honestly, it was both sides that were dealing with the same frustrations. I don't think I saw anyone. Okay, so who was that? I saw somebody running Blast Suppressor. So they did perk 3 greed, Blast Suppressor, and Tac Mask. I think that should be on everyone. I'm going to look through everyone right now. He has Tac. Okay, there's perk 3 greed with both. Just Tac. Blast Suppressor. All right, so it's pretty much a mix on the side of H2K. Can you check Faze? Did any of them adjust? I feel like everyone just getting nailed with tacticals through that one.
So you got Clay with tac mask, Attach with tac mask, everybody but Zuma with tac mask.
Okay, yeah, I think it was 1 with tac mask to start. I'm not surprised we've seen a bit of a shift.
And that is actually 3 dead for H2K off the rip here, and you have Faze pushing strong into their base. Going to be Clay with the drone. He has no cover though. See, he's going to drop it over by Z.
And they forced them to spawn out, I think, towards 10. So that allowed Lacefield to get through there to Bricks very, very quickly. Pick up that kill. If Clay is a couple seconds faster or he has 1 more teammate, potentially they're able to do something with it. Now they're playing keep away already. Oh my.
It's pretty early in the game to do that.
You would think, but they get 3 down. That's going to change it pretty much immediately as they're going to start to push now through 10. Do they have anything really going for them with regards to specialists? Nope, but they have Legal, the man cannon. He's going to pick up 2, clears the way. This may very likely be a dunk. He should maybe go for 1. No, look at they're spawning out. He's good to go. He has a 360. They're able to slam it through, looking like a young Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, it's a big lead here for H2K. A little bit shocked. I mean, you would have said, I guess, uplink probably Faze's weakness in advanced warfare, but You know, coming into this one, you figured they were going to be able to kind of complete that sweep against H2K. You see the car coming in the back. It's going to be able to take out.
How many HC cars have we seen stop specialist weapons today?
Oh, a lot. You're going to see Attach able to put in a 2-point play. So now it's going to be Faze only down 5. You have a site set up. Zuma picks up 2. Clay picks up another mid-street. And there's one player behind him. He looks like he's going to be able to get by. So he's going to be out now as he hits a slide. And Naval picks up another one in the kill feed. Reed dead. This looks like it could be a little bit of a train here for Faze as new players are picking up some kills. Now you see a lightning come in. Attach is able to get 2 with that.
No one's got the drone
right away.
No one's got the drone.
It doesn't matter. They're going to go for that spawn kill first, Maeve. I think they're going to try and get...
Well, you need one player to get that all 3 pushed up in the spawn, basically, and now everyone mid-map is dropping. I mean, I get the fact that you want to control the spawn, but every single player did it. Attach, okay, it doesn't matter, because Attach is a maniac. 1-point toss going over the top does connect. I don't know if that was off the bounce or just a teardrop, but they're able to ultimately get one
everybody dead for H2K now. I mean, they're going to spawn up in the back. This is going to be points for Faze.
This should potentially be a dump, because you see the kinetic go in. Attach, a man on a mission right now. He's 1 left. Somebody's got to clean this up. The poor boy Attach, he needs help right now. They're able to get the dunk through, though, trailing by 2. It's 11-9. The rally coming in. You saw it from Attach's POV. Just going big time after time. The drone's in the back. They tossed it in. It should be reset here. I think that ultimately ended up going to the legal, and he's just kind of holding it in the back. They've got a very, very delicate lead right now, Matt.
And they're going to try and wrap this through Auto and Tin yet again, and it's going to be Attach over here. He's going to pick up 1, not able to pick up the second one, so H2K pushing that drone through back alley. Look at
where they're spawning.
Yeah, look at where Enable is. I mean, he is so out of position right now. It's going to be Lacefield going in, putting in a 2-point play.
Excellent job.
But now mid-map control should go in favor of Faze. Let's see if they're able to play this drone for some yards. You have Attach being led by Enable here. They should be able to return a 2-point play of their own. And
yeah, but look, they're overextending mid-map. They're going to counter right away. They're going to counter immediately.
This is going to
be
so.
Points. Yep. This might be points. Depends where they spawn. So that Faze got fortunate that they spawned kind of like default. They didn't spawn out by tracks. Had they spawned out by tracks, I think they're really in trouble there for a counter cap. It may not matter though, as the 1-point toss is going to go through. They're able to connect.
Yeah, but you know, with Faze, if they get back towards mid-map, they could punch in another 2-point play. So they're going to get set up. You see everybody for H2K gets set up by tracks. Zuma is going to have some help over here on the left-hand side of the map. You're going to have Attach. They're going to just play this for yards, and they're going to try and push up and just bully their way through. You see Enable picks up 1, not able to get another one. It's going to be Zuma, last one alive for Faze. He's going to have players all over him. The drone still down in the H2K base. So they like to just take it and hold on to it, or they try and throw this one off.
Let's check. Gonna watch Lacefield. I mean, both times we've kind of seen them just hold it, play keep away. Once the pressure comes, they've been wrapping it through 10, because that's kind of the pressure's all been coming from Drax. But he's just gonna hold it as long as he can. You see them flying in. He gets the toss off. Good job there, making sure you get it out.
Though.
We saw Optic do the same. They're able to score 4 points in the final 30 seconds. Can they do the same? He stumbles a little bit there, trying to get in the grandma's. Finally going to be able to get through. Here comes the attempted dunk. It's going to get shut down. Enable's the only one up, and H2K going to be able to battle back here, take game 3, push this to a game 4 CTF. And now, I mean, this is anybody's game.
Oh, without a doubt. This is one you expected Faze to win, but H2K with a great performance, able to take it by 3. Thought maybe in the second half there, Faze started to get a little bit on a rally, but H2K did a nice job. When the pressure would come through the front, they would take that drone, go through Tin, go through Auto. They were able to put it in, starting up right now. It's going to be CTF on Breach here for game number 4. The Shiva going to go early. Don't want to put that in Fears' hands. Let's see what H2K decides to do here.
All right, well, Shiva going to be gone. Vesper coming up next. Those have been the first 2 we've seen a couple of times. I think it was last time followed kind of by the attachments right away, but we're going to see Overdrive go in this. Do you think we see Camo or Smokes maybe hitting this one? That's become more and more popular. Overclock still going to be alive here in this one as well.
I don't know. I think Overclock could be potentially one that goes, just from the standpoint that we've seen what it's done in CTF, but really we've seen it combined with Overdrive, so I don't think it's that big of a deal anymore. You're just going to sing.
I'm singing. Yeah, beautiful voice. High Caliber, most likely. We should see Rapid Fire going here shortly. I would think Afterburn's going to come out again. I believe that's been banned every game now by H2K. Then Concussion's going. Concussions and Flashbangs you think would go after how frustrating that appeared to be. during that last game where it was just concussion, flashbang. Everyone is getting.
You expect flashes to go.
Throughout that.
I mean, nobody seems like they want to run tac mask anymore, right?
Well, rapid fire comes later. The last one should be. It's got to be flashbang. It has to be flashbang.
Well, let's see. I mean,
It's
nope.
the scythe.
They like to use these
All right. Okay.
tacticals.
Okay.
So now that you take the scythe out of Zuma's hands, what does he like to go with? Potentially
Annihilator.
Annihilator.
Yeah.
That's what you would think. Attach, he's going to go kinetic. You expect Fears to go Annihilator as well. There's the Annihilator.
Legal, usually it'd be Fears, Legal, Scythe, Annihilator. You don't have that. Is this one? I mean, I got to think you're going to run another ability unless we see the Tempest potentially come out. But I think it's
so he's going to go active camo. So Clay will probably go kinetic, right?
Annihilator and then Clay kinetic makes sense. You have the Annihilator for Fears. Probably kinetic for both these last two.
Yeah. So you would figure Clay taking a little bit of time.
Does he mix it up? Just
Nope.
runs something crazy?
No, runs kinetic as well.
He uses a Sparrow.
No.
Sparrow.
Unless he wants to play Game 5.
That's true. That'd be a decent
Then
one.
he would run Sparrow. Nothing crazy in the Ban and Protect phase right there. Specialist Draft kind of went the way you would think it would go. Annihilator's just being subbed out for Scythes. Is the Scythe that big of a deal that you got to ban it? I mean, maybe in CTF, watching the overextension, but I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I'm trying to think of its impact. We haven't, on CTF today, we haven't seen a big impact. But like you said, yeah, if you think the overextension's coming through Palace, you get that set up top AC or something. Or, either side, if you can you can lock down something. It's so dominant that if you're holding a specific corner, if you have one line of sight you need to watch, you're going to get the kill. I mean, the only time we really see a Scythe player die is because he's out of position. The
guy with active camo comes up on him close.
Sure, but usually if you're holding a corner and you're watching someone fly through, it doesn't matter if they slide, dip, dive, fly, your Scythe is
usually
going to
picking
connect.
up that kill.
Yeah. All right, there are 30 seconds left here in the Edit Creative class. Thank you. For those of you that have been watching all night, I know it's late. We love to share time with you. Maybe you like to fall asleep to Netflix shows. Tonight, you're fall sleeping to the Matt and Maven show as we get ready to close out the final series tonight.
Pretty good show.
It's a great show. I don't know where that burst of energy came from. I thought it was falling.
You don't even have like an energy drink or anything.
I actually thought I fell asleep.
No,
we've
been completely abandoned in the studio. We're actually like the only people here
really
right
are.
now.
Hey, I see you guys over there. How you doing? It's getting late.
There are people over there. Hey, it's getting late. People are falling asleep. Going to be editing their score streaks now. You figure you see the car come out. No darts. Figure you're going to see just cars, lightning, hailstorm. Pretty much your standard. Don't think you're going to see anything too crazy.
Yeah, I would think your typical stuff. I mean, obviously, Flak's still in it. I'm surprised we haven't seen any kind of Flak ban coming from Worley side of H2K.
We've flak jacket ban.
No.
Capture the flag.
In the course of the game, we've seen it quite a bit. Well, that makes your HC much more effective. Makes your dart much more effective.
You would be like the most clueless teammate. Like,
oh man, ban flak jacket.
Flak jacket ban.
Next thing you're running War Machine. War Machine's going everywhere.
It's like one of the dumbest uses of a ban.
What I said though is I'm surprised they haven't banned it like this series. Like H2K hasn't. They've banned it.
Oh, well,
they've targeted. Well, I mean in general. I said this series.
Right.
H2K, I think they've banned it every single time I've casted them. At some point, they banned flak jacket.
Well,
Hardpoint, they've done it. S&D, they've done it.
Game 5.
I think they've even done it in Uplink because you see the cars come in. The cars, dude. They're flying around. They're riding on walls. You're like, oh, you don't have flash jacket. God, it's getting late. Flash jacket. What would flash jacket do? You wear it and you turn into Flash? It's like permanent overdrive?
Yeah.
That's my new nickname for overdrive, flash jacket.
Well, you're going to have Attach pushing down the left-hand side of the map, and you should see it's like a stone wall from H2K there, just like floor across.
This is exhilarating. There's no one really getting forward right now, but the pressure going to start to come. They've got two players set up top. It's going to be Attach, and who is his cohort here? I believe it was a Naval.
Naval's not a very good cohort, as he's not in any position to trade this kill whatsoever.
Well, let's see. He's going to try and get forward. He's kind of penned here. He has one player from behind, one player in front. That's Fears that got through. Fears trying to push through Sunroom. See if he can potentially start to wreak a little bit of havoc. You can see via the X-ray vision, he's got one player right above him.
Yep.
Who's that?
And there's just no movement at all.
Look at this game right now. Are they aware that they have to pick up the flag?
Yeah, I mean, this is as slow as a CTF we have seen in a very long time.
Let's see, Clayster, he's starting to push to the left. All right, there's one. Now we might see the onslaught start to come in, especially if Enable can pick this one up mid-map. He's at top AC. Enable gets through. He's going to flank right behind him. I would think he is wrapping behind him. Enable, he's behind you. Enable, behind you. Enable, he's behind you.
Hostiles have taken our flag.
Behind him.
Out. And you're going to have the flag being pulled out by Fears. Fears, a player who you usually never see go near the objective. He is actually the one that pulls out the objective here at the start of this game. Starting things out 4-0, and it's going to be Lacefield picking up some kills towards the mid-map. Can he get out?
Him getting in that box might have been a cap. Yeah.
Oh, without doubt.
Just the fact he got in there. He was tagged up, but that little bit of a slide to get through was going to lead to one cap on the board for H2K. Fears getting it done with the slang. He's 4-0, also getting through a cap. Lacefield on a 5 streak of his own, so we're going to have to check how close these guys are getting to streaks. He's got his. It looks like Lacefield just dropped. So 5-0. Fears, can you get your Wraith? You're very, very close to getting.
It's very close to his Wraith. He's close.
No.
He's close to a Hellstorm. Yeah, he's not exactly close to a Wraith. He's still.
And that was 300. How close is 250?
He was 300 away from a Wraith when you said he was very close. You're alluding to like the next time he was going to pick up point.
I was about to say he's very close to his Hellstorm, and you cut me off.
You said Wraith.
And Fears didn't get it.
Well, Fears does not get his Wraith there.
Man, he was close to the Hellstorm.
Very, very close to his Wraith. And you're going to see Lacefield doing a nice job cleaning up some kills around his spawn. It looks like there's some players attacking from Faze in that bottom lab. It looks like that's going to be attached. No. Fears just going to watch that left-hand side by Palace. Faze trying to just kind of figure out a setup where they can make some kind of play here. And you see 3 players all going to be attacking the H2K base. Huge win right there by Attach. Going to force some movement in the base of H2K. You see Zuma picking up one as well. Fears gonna be on the trail, but there's players behind. It's gonna be Enable picking it up.
Watching that side,
he was waiting for the pinch. Yeah,
you saw it via X-ray. He was ready for it, but I mean, there was no one there to watch the pressure side coming in from Faze, and this is a guaranteed cap. There's no one remotely in position here to shut this down.
Nope.
And there's just a naked toss towards Palace for Attach, just checking that to see if anyone's home. Lacefield getting up close here. He's got his kinetic ready to pop in case he needs to get in the action. But him and Fears having monster games thus far.
I like the idea that Fears doesn't use his streaks there because we're so early into the game. I mean, that whole second half, 1-1, you can kind of see this game going near an OT. You'd like to have those streaks in case something crazy happens.
Oh my, that was almost a disgusting 2-piece for Legal, but he's going to get one before ultimately dropping as Clay shuts that down. Let's take a look. It's been Lacefield. He's been making a home here, top broken. Just really roaming around, front broken, top broken, bottom broken, all over, just wreaking havoc near the front side of the base. And look how it's just held up. Who is it just waiting? It's Attach. Attach hasn't moved this entire time because he knows he's up there.
Yeah, he's just waiting for him to attack. And you got, this is interesting. So you have a 3-person defensive setup for 1 person on the side of Faze, and then you have a 3-person defensive setup on the side of H2K for 1 player attacking from Faze.
All right, well, let's watch the bottom side. Zuma, okay, Zuma was ready, so he picks up the right. Did Lacefield finally get forward? He did. So Lacefield, this game of cat and mouse has happened forever. Attach, you're the most patient player in the history of the world.
On the other side of the map, you got the flag out. Enable's going to actually run it. You got Clay following him. Let's see if Enable can get this one out towards that side. Fears with the Annihilator, but Clay picks that kill up. See if Clay can get it down this right-hand side.
He's got so much stuff in front of him right now.
Players from H2K just running directly at him.
He gets one. There goes the pull. He might have time here. He's got the kinetic pop. There's 1 person in chase. Can he get it in? I don't know. 10 seconds. It's going to be close. This is going to be real close. The streak comes in. Streak, I think, was was that called by Fears? That little bump might have cost him. Can he get it? I think he's got it. There's 1 player in front. Does he get the score? He does get it. 2-1 H2K. That was not the cleanest flag run, despite the fact he was uncontested really until the final second. I think he bumped into Mantle, took a hop on about everything he potentially could have. I think he ran into a pigeon at 1 point, but he's going to get the score in.
I mean, this player who comes out of bottom lap, if he takes him out there at the end, I don't think that's cap.
No, I mean, the other player, if he focuses on him instead of the other, I don't even know if he would have had time to really, the heads-up play to grab that and put it through.
Well, Fears burns through his streaks. Actually, he's still got 1, so he's going to have a lightning, and then you got...
So the Hellstorm was him.
Yeah, the Hellstorm was him. So you have a lightning still on Fears, and you got a car on the side of Lacefield, and I believe you're going to have the car being used there. So the only thing they have is the Fears lightning.
All right, well, here comes Faze. They're starting to push on the top side of the map here. 1 player, Enable, decides he wants to take a dip there in the sewage surrounding this building. I don't know if there's sewage, but in my head there's a giant moat of sewage.
And Attach actually still on a streak, so is he 50 away from Car? I believe you're going to see Lacefield with the flag getting up towards top AC. He's going to be able to make it over towards Palace. You're going to see a Lightning Strike come in. Not going to connect with anybody. The kinetic armor going to be pumped as his teammates die. Attach, though, able to pick up a kill in the H2K base, and the Annihilator comes into play. But there's, at the top of the screen, Maven, there's one player trailing Attach. Attach trying to get out towards this far left-hand side, and it looks like he's going to be home free. And now the guys on H2K don't have any streaks whatsoever.
What a cap there from Faze. I mean, good job by Zuma closing that, gets the headshot with the Annihilator. He's able to pick up the return, and then the rest of the team at the same time just get an effective push there, get the pull out, nice counter.
If I am Faze, I bait for Attach as hard as I can, trying to get him this next streak.
No, he's, what, 25 off. I mean, he gets his full streak, so it's basically just a kill or two here. And, oh, the heat wave. Fizzer, do you realize how big that kill was?
I don't think he has any idea.
So that shuts it down. Nice shot.
There's a player behind play as well, and that player dies at the hands of Enabled. So the entire push of H2K going to be shut down by Faze.
It is thwarted.
It is thwarted, yes.
HC car. A little bit of a dip dive, able to grab one. There's one player that's rotated back, make that two. Zoom is going to need to come help from lower as they're going to push from the outside. He's got to get there quickly because they're flying in. He's a second late.
Heat wave come in from Enable. They should be a pull here.
If he pulls to the top of the screen, he's going to get away. So he pulls to the top, and the key player is actually going to be Attached. He's going to be the one in position to lock things down. There's one. If he pops his camo here, he guarantees a cap, I think. If he, I thought he might try to fly inside on this, but he actually always do is stand in front of the players here, I think. Yep, there's one more.
Should be able to pick up another one.
And there's a cap. Faze takes the lead, 3-2. Really good pulls. I mean, I know it's been slower, it's been more methodical, but it's been very, very solid plays from Faze. Who did they just run by?
Oh, they're gonna leave.
Hey, guess what?
There.
Mr. Sneaky Man. I wait for one.
Who would have thought Fears would have been the sneaky one?
Wait for 1 or 2 kills. There's one.
Oh, now it's going to force everybody to turn around.
And he's going to pull. I would have maybe waited for one more kill. I know it's hard when your teammate drops, but Fears, you got to pull towards Pals. You got Legal in there. You got to pull somewhere. So he's going to run back.
The other way. This is not good right here.
He needs to get somewhere safe. He's not super safe where he is. And well, when you have shots like that.
Yeah, when you can gun people like that, anywhere you go is pretty safe. He's got another player top AC. This guy's going to get picked up. Oh, there's a teammate. Run towards that guy.
His patience though does pay off, but it's Zuma. He shut it down with the Annihilator last time.
This is the longest flag run I've ever seen, and you still have Clay with the flag.
Lacefield's like, come with me, brethren.
You have Fears somehow able to get away. No way. And they're going to return the flag on Clay.
Oh my God.
And this is going to be returned.
Unbelievable. So the patience from Fears, I got a little nervous when we started to run back towards the base of Faze.
Hey, unbelievable flag run.
It all pays off. Good patience, good communication from the team H2K. Heads up plays there from Fears as he's able to fire it through, but he's got to rotate back. He's in trouble. He has the Annihilator. He's going to have to connect on a player or two. And that, how many times today has HC shut down a Scyther Annihilator? It's absolutely wild. Flag is out though. They've got it pulled. Flag for each side.
Why would the flag jump in for Lacefield?
I don't know.
Why would he fly in? And now you're going to see Clay try and take the flag down that left-hand side. Oh, this is going to be cap.
This is 100% a cap.
Yep.
There's no one remotely in a position to deal with this. I mean, Legal can try. I guess he's got the best opportunity, but no, he can't even get there in time. This is a cap. Attached is sitting back here like, bring it to me. Bring it to me, sir.
And now Clay is
50 seconds left.
Slightly off streaks as well. He's going to get a car. He gets Hellstorm, it's over.
All right, well, here comes, this is it. This is the important pressure here. If they can get a pull, if he had his kinetic armor, that is a potential pulling cap, and unfortunately he does not. Let's go to Fizzer. What does he have? He's got a heat wave. He's got a pull. Oh, God. He's got mid-map locked down by his teammates, and the route from Zuma, he's wrapping behind, but does he get an angle? And how many times is Zuma going to come up big with the Annihilator? He sees another one. Hello. Maybe soon. Hello. Oh, no, he misses it. He allows him to get the flag. What route's he going to take? He can't connect. He's got coverage. He does get the flag carrier, though, and only Attaches up. Attach has got to get the return here. Can he get a touch? He does, and that's likely game.
Attach and Zuma going big here at the end. You figured, we talked about how the Annihilator would come into play. They got rid of the Scythe, so Zuma couldn't have it. They give Zuma the Annihilator, and he still does work with it.
Zuma, he got 1 flag return in Palace. He got 2 flag stops there, which if he didn't delay it with the Annihilator, they're probably out. I mean, honestly, Attach wouldn't have even been able to get in that position there.
No, the Annihilator stopped.